watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Good evening, I'm Melissa Bruner. Ralph Hipp is on assignment. We'll be checking in with him in just a little bit. Ever since the governor's signing of a K-12 block grant bill in March, public school officials have been looking for ways to make up for dollars they say just are not coming in. 13's Justin Surency is at a community meeting with Topeka Public School District. Justin, what is their plan?
Well, the dominoes continue to fall in the aftermath of the state's block grant funding system. Just recently, the Seaman Public School District, they've closed their doors to out-of-district students in the future looking to enroll within their district. The Auburn-Washburn School District just yesterday unanimously passed a mail-in ballot election format that could possibly raise residents' property taxes as much as 3% for additional revenue. Tonight, the Topeka Public Schools USD 501 will weigh their options as they face an allotment loss of nearly $800,000 compared to last year. Tonight, the USD 501 school board members, they'll meet inside Topeka High School with the community to gauge the public's priorities when it comes to school spending within the district. Superintendent Dr. Julie Ford, she'll discuss how the block grant system is affecting the 501 district and why districts across the state are looking at reductions and cuts. Also on tonight's agenda, the community will help rank the areas of education in importance to hope to preserve them. And meetings will also be held at 6 p.m. tomorrow at Topeka West High School and again on Wednesday at Highland Park High School at 6 o'clock as well. We'll see if the USD 501 board members come to any conclusions with the community's help, and we'll have a full recap tonight on 13 News.
It'll be interesting to see what items might be on their agenda as well to target for possible cuts. Justin, thank you. We'll check with you at 10 to find out what they say. The death toll from Nepal's 7.8 magnitude earthquake topped 4,000 today, and one Topeka man's brother is in the middle of the devastation. Adam Timberlake's brother, Drew Timberlake, along with Drew's wife and 3 children, are in Nepal on a 3-month missionary trip. Adam says the building Drew and his family were living in did withstand the quake, but the one next door was flattened.
I think being able to, with our technology and being able to hear that they were safe at the time, but then every time there's lots of aftershocks in your hearing, and so what we're trying to do is not jump to conclusions. It was a really big relief to hear that the family was good, and the people that he was working with their nonprofit, some of the families that they were really close to were all safe too.
Adam had planned to visit his brother next Saturday. Those plans are on hold. Find out how you can help earthquake victims. Several resources are posted on WIBW.com. An early morning break-in and assault sent one person to the hospital, and tonight has a man behind bars facing charges of attempted murder. Topeka police were called just after 6:30 this morning to a home in the 2100 block of Southeast Turnpike. Police say a 20-year-old man broke into the home of his former girlfriend. Police say he was armed with a knife and assaulted the woman and another man in the residence. The woman was taken to a local hospital with injuries described as not life-threatening. Police say officers arrested 20-year-old Aaron Darnell Green about half a mile away near 37th and Maryland. He was booked on charges including attempted murder, aggravated battery, aggravated assault, aggravated burglary, and criminal threat. Police say today's incident was a continuation of a disturbance at the home yesterday. One person was hurt when a car collided with a semi-rig in Holton this morning. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office says the wreck happened around 8:30 a.m. just north of the Holton Hospital on Highway 75. Officials say a southbound Ford Escort crossed the center line and collided with a northbound semi pulling a tanker filled with concrete additive. The car's driver was taken to the hospital by Jackson County EMS. The wreck remains under investigation. Kickapoo Tribal Police are searching for a person who they describe as armed and dangerous. Police say 32-year-old Tyler Tiger Banks is wanted in connection with a home invasion that happened Friday afternoon at a home on the Kickapoo Reservation. Police say one male victim was at the home when they arrived, but Banks and 2 other suspects fled. Officers arrested Wesley Banks Saturday on charges of aggravated assault, criminal damage, theft, and criminal threat. Andrew Darnell was booked Sunday for aggravated battery. If you know where Tyler Banks is, you're asked to contact Kickapoo Tribal Police. The number's there on your screen, 785-486-3665. The number of people using their seat belts in Kansas is at an all-time high. 13's Ariana Cohn heard today's big announcement from the Kansas Highway Patrol at their Troop B headquarters. Ariana, what'd they say?
Well, Melissa, Kansas Transportation Secretary Mike King made the announcement today, and he says 86% of drivers and front seat passengers were buckled up in 2014. This is a 5% increase compared to 2013. And today, as you can see, students tried out this seatbelt convincer to see what a 7 miles per hour crash feels like and how important it is to wear a seatbelt. Seatbelt usage is up 1% since 2003 when Kansas implemented the Click It or Ticket education enforcement campaign. Kansas Highway Patrol Superintendent Mark Bruce says the future of safety is moving in the right direction.
I can speak, from a bunch of different vantage points. As a law enforcement officer, it's something that we know saves lives. So, I'm ecstatic from that perspective. Being a parent and a father, that's encouraging to me too, to know that other people's children are out there buckling up and are traveling more safely on the highways.
And the SAFE program, a program that also highlights the importance of wearing seat belts, is in 129 schools in 60 counties and reaches more than 100,000 students in Kansas. Melissa.
Ariana, thank you. From 61% in 2003 to 86% today. Quite an improvement. The sun is shining and there's a bit of a strong breeze this last Monday in April. Could we be out of the woods with all the rain we've been having? Let's head to Jeremy Goodwin in the Weather Center for a look at the week ahead. Jeremy?
Melissa, temperatures have been comfortable today, but winds gusting to 25 and even 30 miles per hour from the northeast. Overnight, we'll see less of that breeze, and tomorrow the temperature actually a bit warmer. Here's a live view outside from the Parish Hotel's camera on Huntoon Hill, looking toward 470 and I-70 on the west side of Topeka now, and it has been a gorgeous day, still in the middle 60s for our latest temperatures. Wind gusts are from the northeast, 28 miles per hour from Emporia now. Lawrence, 22 miles per hour. Manhattan, it's 24 mile per hour wind gusts from the northeast, and the rain is all still well to our south across Oklahoma and Texas. We're likely to be dry all night and likely dry the next several days as well. Mid-40s tonight for a low. Tomorrow, sunshine, light northeast wind, high temperature of 70, and we're likely to stay dry the rest of the work week. I'll have your complete 8-day forecast through the beginning of May coming up in just a few minutes.
Moving right along in the calendar. Music tunes into history for an upcoming event in Marshall County. 13's Ralph Hipp journeyed along the Oregon Trail for today's announcement. He is live in Marysville tonight to fill us in on the high notes. Ralph?
Hi again, Melissa. Well, we are live this evening here in Marshall County, Kansas, and the host city of Marysville, where the event known as Orchestra on the Oregon Trail will be the big live event coming up on Labor Day weekend in this part of Kansas. They call the concert OOOT for short with the initials, and organizers said in their announcement, which was also held in this Fine Arts Center at 1 o'clock this afternoon, making that big announcement, that the Topeka Symphony Orchestra will play in the beautiful natural setting of Alcove Spring Historic Park. And we also want to show you some video of the park. We were out there a little bit earlier on this afternoon. Some of the history of this place: for 40 years in the mid-1800s, Alcove Spring was the day 3 stop for pioneers who had left from Independence onto Westport in Kansas City, then here to Marysville along the Oregon Trail. And this is on 250 acres, about 7 miles south of Marysville. John Schwartz is producing the event Orchestra on the Oregon Trail, and we talked with John about more of those Alcove Park surroundings.
People are attracted to good music. Well, the Topeka Symphony Orchestra definitely delivers excellent music. The pleasures that you derive from the venue as you drive down East River Road, you're leaving the present day troubles behind you, and by the time you arrive in Alcove Spring, you've actually entered the past in your own mind, because this is where the pioneers slept.
One of the big reasons we are here, Melissa, WIBW-TV and the WIBW channels are one of the major sponsors for Orchestra on the Oregon Trail. So thrilled to be a part of that, as we're excited to see the Topeka Symphony do a concert on the road, and tickets go on sale beginning this Friday. Melissa?
All right, can't wait for that to happen. Thank you so much, Ralph Hipp, in Marysville tonight. The Salvation Army was honoring those who helped with giving to others. We'll find out who was recognized for the big events next.
You're watching 13 News at 6 with Melissa Bruner. 13 News, Kansas News Leader. You're watching 13 News, Kansas News Leader.
Topeka Salvation Army honored those who show the spirit of giving today.
You are not alone.
Jody Beach and Jim McDowell brought musical life to You Are Not Alone, the theme for the Topeka Salvation Army's Civic Luncheon today. Today's honorees included former KSNT News Director Nate Hill. He received the Others Award for his continual efforts to promote the Salvation Army's work, including the Red Kettle campaign and Coat Drive. He says he was humbled and surprised to be chosen.
Anytime we can take the attention off ourselves and put the attention back to others, that's key. And so I really enjoy volunteering, getting to know people, and helping people out. And this is one way that I was able to do that.
Our own Ralph Hipp received the Others Award last year. WIBW-TV was honored today for the Salvation Army, helping with promoting efforts like the Salvation Army's Christmas campaign and other events throughout the year. It is a little on the breezy side. If you step out for an evening walk, you might want to grab a jacket too, but will you be able to leave it home later this week? We'll find out if there's a warm up in Jeremy's forecast. It's coming up for you next.
This is your 13 weather forecast with Jeremy Goodwin.
Welcome back to 13 News at 6. We've seen plenty of sunshine today. Temperatures a little below average in the middle 60s. Low humidity. It's just been gorgeous. Here's what we have out there right now. It's a live view from Quinton Heights Hill from our Capitol Federal Skycam. 66, the latest temperature with a northeast wind at 13 miles per hour. Dew point is 36 and a mostly clear sky overhead. No rain expected the next couple of days and likely to be dry through the first half of the upcoming weekend. Our next rain chance is really on Sunday and maybe into Monday of next work week. Our Capitol Federal live storm tracker right now showing we do have rain in parts of Kansas, just not in our area. Extreme south and southwest Kansas, around Liberal, Elkhart, down to Oklahoma City. Also seeing some rain, even some lightning near Tulsa, Oklahoma at this time, but none of that is anywhere near us, and we'll be dry all night. 66 our official high today. That number is from Billard Airport. Topeka's National Weather Service based right there. 70 the average high for today. It's been as hot as 93 back in 1956, but nowhere near that number today. The highs mid-60s, again slightly below normal. Not by a big margin, but certainly a little below average for this time in late April. It is 65 in Manhattan. Topeka is 66. Lawrence has 66, and Emporia currently is 63. The winds have been gusty all day. Northeast, anywhere from 20 to 25 miles per hour right now, and temperatures have been coolest where it's been raining. Liberal, 46 with a rain shower still in place. To the northeast, where we have plenty of sunshine, temperatures have been more comfortable today. Now, a wide look at the radar, you can see the showers and thunderstorms from southern Kansas all the way down to Oklahoma. Texas even seeing some storms. The only severe weather I've seen over the last couple of hours has been this activity across parts of Louisiana with severe storm warnings near New Orleans, the extreme southeast corner of Texas, and a new one west of Dallas, about 150 miles, but try for northeast Kansas. No severe weather risk the next several days. 70 tonight. Here's the 70 tomorrow, that is. The 8-day forecast will make it into the mid-70s on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Low 80s this weekend. Storms possible Sunday and Monday.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. We've heard a lot about the Royals' suspensions handed out lately. Well, one player is giving up his appeal. Find out who will take the suspension coming up in 13 Sports. Plus, a Kansas Jayhawk needs surgery following an incident in the spring game. Find out what happened next.
13 Sports with Chris Lilly.
Hello, everyone. One Kansas City Royal has decided to get his suspension out of the way. Pitcher Edison Volquez announced today that he is dropping the appeal of his 5-game suspension the MLB gave him on Saturday. Volquez will start tonight, and he will be available Saturday, May 2nd, when the Royals play the Detroit Tigers at home. Volquez was one of 4 players to receive a suspension after this brawl against the Chicago White Sox. The other players are still waiting to see what the appeal process gets them. And the Kansas City Royals, they're in action tonight in Cleveland, and they're up 2-0. Salvador Perez was the first run, then Eric Hosmer drives in Mike Moustakas to make it 2-0. And spring games are fun. They let fans get to see the team and let players make a case for why they should start. But unfortunately for the Kansas Jayhawks, starting quarterback Michael Cummings will need surgery on his left knee. Head coach David Beatty said it was a complete freak accident on that play right there. And the player who made the tackle is being blocked down the field and had his back to the action for almost the entire play. The last second, he turned to make the tackle without having any idea who was carrying the ball. Cummings threw for 9 touchdowns and over 1,700 yards last season. It was a beautiful day outside, and get outside and play 18, or if you're in the area, 27 holes of golf. First the city championship and then the Topeka West Invite. Washburn Rural came close to breaking the state record last time out. Lucas McCullough and Andrew Beckler started off right where they left off. Top 2 finishers in the city championship. Then 22 teams battled it out for the Topeka West Invite, which Beckler won last go-round. And there he sinks the putt. Then Ryan Clutterbuck, he's going to tee off. He knows it's a good one. And he's going to give a nice point to the camera. And check out those shorts, too. Gotcha. And Junction City, they'll sink a putt. Then McCullough, he will get a short putt as well. And I believe they're still out on the course. It's been a long day, but hey, the nice weather. And since the Kansas City Royals are on the road, that opens up Kauffman Stadium for a Centennial League showdown. Hayden, undefeated. Always a lot of fun getting to play on the big league field, and 2 tough teams. Prime time. We get Ryan Zephyrjohn. He's on the hill for Seaman. He retired 7 straight on strikeouts. He had 10 through 4 innings, wheeling and dealing. And then the second, though, Hayden gets on the board as Connor Schumacher drives one to deep right field. That brings in 1 run, and it's 1-0 Wildcats. And Brogan Heinen happy to have the lead. The defense will help him out. They've got his back right up the middle, but it's no thing. He's there, and that's an out. And the offense would help again. This time it's Jacob Head with the RBI single. Seaman, they would make it interesting, but Hayden wins 3-2, and we'll have How They're Still Perfect tonight at 10. And that's it for sports. Melissa, back to you.
Such a thrill for the high schoolers to get to play on that pro field. Thanks so much, Chris. And we'll be back to check the weather one last time with Jeremy next.
It's your 13 weather forecast.
Temperatures tonight expected to drop into the middle 40s. Live look outside now. We do have a mostly sunny sky from the Parish Hotel's camera on Huntoon Hill. Here are the local wind gusts. They're from the northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, 44 light north wind. Tomorrow, 70 with a light northeast breeze, and the 8-day forecast, sunshine through the upcoming weekend. Likely to be in the low 80s on Saturday. Maybe some rain on Sunday night and Monday of next week.
We'll keep an eye on that, but Saturday morning, March of Dimes, March for Babies looks gorgeous so far, so we'll keep our fingers crossed it stays that way. Beautiful night to get out there for a walk tonight if you'd like, or stay tuned right now and watch Wheel of Fortune. Ralph and I will be back with you tonight at 10 o'clock. Have a good night.
Get the latest news, weather, and sports on WIBW.com or follow WIBW on Twitter and Facebook. WIBW-TV, Heartland Regional Emmy Award for Evening Newscast.